Hi guys, this is Mrs. Villette and I'm going to show you a few tricks for doing the circle activity. The first thing is how to measure your wiki stick or your string. It's really important that you line it up so that your string starts on the positive x-axis, and then you want to mold it to fit the shape of the circle going all the way around. Now your first string that you're going to do will be the full circumference of the circle. And since you should have calculated the circumference of the circle, you can actually measure that using the tape measure to make sure that your circumference approximately matches your measurement. Now if you're off by a few millimeters, that's okay. Just they should be in the same ballpark. It should be roughly 50. So you can see here that I now have what would be called string B, which is half of the circumference of the circle. And you should be able to check either by folding a piece of string in half and cutting it, or measuring how long it should be, or just by simply cutting off your string halfway around the circle. Now you're going to use this wrapping technique with different lengths of string. This is showing the string that is 1/8 of the total distance around the circle. And you're again going to start it at the positive x-axis intercept, and you're going to wrap it around, matching the shape of the circle, and then you're going to mark off where it ends. Eventually you will connect a ray using your straight edge from the origin 0, 0 out to that point. And then you're going to iterate this process, which means you're just going to repeat. You're going to move your string to that mark that you made and then mark the ending point. Now these are all constructed in such a way that you should end up landing on axes along each step. So you should hit the y-axis. You should again, after a few whole number of rotations, hit the negative x-axis, the negative y-axis, and then you should go back to the positive x-axis. So you will notice that you end up repeating some of your marks several times. Do them in the order that they're listed on the worksheet so that you are marking them off with different colors. Now the last thing you might end up needing to do is use a protractor. You can calculate the angles, which is the last part of the worksheet that you'll get from the sub, just by using math and fractions or proportions. So for example, the string that we did was 1/8 of the circle, and 1/8 of 360 degrees is 45 degrees. But if you want to measure just to double check, you're going to line up the center hole or the center cross of the protractor with the vertex of your angle, and then you're going to line up this line on the bottom with the initial ray of the angle, and then you're going to read where the terminal ray intersects on the ruler. Now if it's an acute angle that you're measuring, you're going to be looking at these angles on the inside here, and if it's an obtuse angle, you're going to be looking at the measurements on the outside. So I would say that this is a 45-degree angle right here. And that should be it. Make sure you turn your string template into your sub and you finish the angle measurements on circles worksheet.